Good evening, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. My name is State Senator Andrew Gounardes. I represent the 22nd District, which includes the neighborhoods of Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights, Madison Terrace, Bath Beach, Graves, and all the way out to Marine Park. I'm joined here by my colleague in the Senate, the Chairman of the New York City Committee on Education, Senator John Liu. And this is the fifth forum that the New York City Committee on Education, New York Senate Committee on Education has held on the issue of the specialized high school admissions exam and diversity in our schools. I want to thank Senator Liu for hosting this forum with us here in Southern Brooklyn. The point of tonight is to listen. We're not here to share information. We're here to listen to you, the concerns of our parents, of our students, of community residents, as we consider the specialized high school admissions process and any potential changes that may or may not occur to it. Every speaker will have 2 minutes to speak. We have a lot of speakers who have signed up, so we're going to be very strict about the time limits. If you're not able to finish your statement, you can leave a copy here. If we're not able to get to you, you can always submit your thoughts, your commentary, your testimony, either in paper to my staff right at the podium, or you can email them to me at gounardes@nysenate.gov. It's gounardes@nysenate.gov. Again, we're going to be listening to everyone, and we hope we can have a very productive listening session this evening. I'm going to turn it over to Senator Liu to say a few words, and then we'll get right started right away.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Senator Gounardes, for your efforts and your team's efforts in putting together tonight's community forum. As Senator Gounardes mentioned, this is the fifth of a series of community forums we have held on the topic of specialized high school admissions and school diversity overall. We've had a lot of comments, suggestions, and ideas from people from all throughout the city. This is the second one that we're holding in the borough of Brooklyn, given that apparently Brooklyn is a very special place. We will probably be having at least one more a little bit later this month. But nonetheless, as Senator Gounardes mentioned, our objective today is to give everybody who has any opinion about this issue a chance to say a few words. This is important because when the city tried to put together a policy last year, they did so without listening to important voices in our community. But we as state senators feel that it's our responsibility to make sure every voice is heard. And so we do have a large number of people signed up. I know that our wonderful timekeepers will keep everything on track smoothly. You have 2 minutes. If you go beyond that, as Senator Gounardes mentioned, just please email us or submit your written testimony and it will be included as part of the record. For those of you who may think 2 minutes is not fair, it's not enough, you have a lot more to say than 2 minutes, let me say to you that when we are debating on the floor of the New York State Senate, each of us gets 2 minutes. So the idea is to be succinct and concise and get to the point with your comments. With that, shall we get started? Let the games begin.
Good evening, everybody. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to call you up in order. However, I'm going to give you a heads up as to what the next group of 5 is going to look like, so you're prepared in advance, okay? So our first speaker is Leon Cho, followed by Jennifer Kruger, Jessica Lee, Darwin Ryan, and King Lin, okay? So our first speaker. Leon Cho.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Leon Cho. I am a parent from District 21. Diversity in the specialized high school is our common goal. However, I think it's wrong to forcefully make it happen by simply and subjectively selecting the top 7% from every district to fill the seats. The current current segregation reality in many of our public school, was not caused by racism or arbitrary action in the past by anyone. But rather demographic difference or personal preference of parents. No student in the city is denied the freedom to work harder to get into a better school. No parent in the city is also denied the freedom to spend more time or resource to help his or her kids to get into a better school. I think the real meaningful question is how we can narrow the academic performance gap among students of different ethnicity. I think we can do three things. One is to improve our schools and bring back the gifted and talented programs, especially in districts with low admission rate. And also thank you.
I'm going to ask also going forward that everybody who is in the queue actually lines up over here so we don't waste any time getting up to the podium. So if we can have Jessica Lee, Darwin, Brian, and King Lynn line up behind Jennifer, that would be helpful. Thank you.
My friend tells a story about his son wanting to play video games with his older cousins. My friend tells a story about her son wanting to play video games with his older cousins. He didn't know how to play, and they didn't feel like teaching him. They knew if they did let him play, they'd be in big trouble. Later, my friend found them all mashing buttons on their controllers, deep in battle. She was pleased the older boys had taken the time to teach them to play. Then she noticed her son's controller wasn't plugged in. She asked the cousins why. They said it would take too long to teach him. They said he really only wanted to feel like he was playing. Showing him how to play for real was too much work. Her son could have learned the game if the boys had been willing to teach him, but that's the casual neglect of cousins. As my friend tells it, it's a funny story. It's not so funny when the mayor does it. In New York City, if you don't live in one of a handful of districts, it's a toss-up whether your child will leave school for reading, writing, and math. It's a rigged game. Last year, fewer than half of city 3rd through 8th graders demonstrated proficiency in those subjects. Only a third of Black and Latino students did. That is not the children's failure. We have one of the most segregated school systems in the country. ZIP code decides the education a child receives. Why is my child in District 20 worthy of more of an education than a child in District 19? Why is a child from District 2 worthy of more than both of them? This test debate is a misdirection. There's nothing wrong with the SHSAT. It's an appropriate test to get into a program that relies on the skills being tested. The mayor's 7% solution is a cynical cover-up that pretends city children receive an education they're not getting. And it completely ignores 93% of the kids. Making the kinds of systemic changes needed to meet our obligation of equal education for all is hard work. It's expensive and will take years. Instead of starting that work, the mayor and the chancellor have decided that teaching all the city's kids equally isn't worth their time. They've decided to skip it and cover up that application by handing over an unplugged controller and hoping none of the parents are paying attention. This is not a question of some kids not being able to pass the test. This is a question of the city refusing to teach more than half its students have.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jessica Lee, and I am currently a junior at Fort Hamilton High School. The controversy over the SHSAT has been a pressing matter for parents, elected officials, and of course, students. The SHSAT is only a byproduct of the issues brought upon by the disparities in our education system that must be addressed first. Regardless of the idea that age is wisdom, please allow me to impart my wisdom and share my insight on the SHSAT and diversity with you. The SHSAT is not at fault for the racial disparity. It only highlights the reasons for this in our community. In the 1980s, the specialized high schools were more integrated than they are now because of the extensive gifted and talented programs Because of this, many families rely on this test to help their children succeed and are willing to pay a significant sum for prep in order to earn a seat at one of the 8 elite schools in New York City's 5% of the high school population. But what about the 95% of the high school population that goes to regular high schools? As of right now, I can tell you that even without going to a specialized high school, I'm doing okay. I will go to a good college, suited for my major, and live a comfortable life that all of you wish upon your children and wish for your children. It's not about the school that you go to, but it's about what you make out of the school that you go to. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Darrell Ryan. I'm an 8th grade student at PS1 for Shaw State. Next year, I shall be going to the School of American States.
Speaking that microphone a little bit more, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, today we stand here in support of the specialized high school admissions test because we support an idea that everyone should be able to have a chance to work hard and get ahead in life. The specialized high school admissions test promises us just that. For a fair and unbiased selection of the best students in New York City. For a test that is based on merit and merit alone, we can come no closer to achieving an American dream like this. It is a test that guarantees the seat to the hardworking and the intelligent, a test that gives each and every child a chance to gain entrance to those prestigious schools in New York City. This test is not unfair, and it is not racist, and must be protected. The SHSAT is not racist, it is not unfair, and how could it be if the test provided the most fair and unbiased assessment of an individual student's work? The SHSAT does not ask you about your race, it does not see who you are, and therefore does not form certain biases about you that interviews and other forms of entrance may allow. It provides the purest form of equality, the equality of opportunity, to every student who wishes to try their hardest, throw their hat into the ring. If you wish to affirm the idea that everyone deserves a fair chance at a prize, if you wish to support the true equality of opportunity, let us affirm the American dream for keep and protect the specialized high school admissions test. Today we stand in solidarity with the specialized high school admissions test because we stand in support of everyone's right to seek out new paths and reach their full potential. Today we stand here and affirm the belief in the American dream. We stand here for our ideas of merit and our ideas of freedom. Therefore, I, as well as you, stand here and say, let us protect the SHSAT. Thank you.
Before our next speaker, I'm going to call up the next 5 speakers in this order. Vincent Liu, Nada Alnagar, Dennis Yu, Marianne Ortiz, and Ethan Zhao.
And please, everyone, just if you're going to speak, please speak into the microphone so we can hear everyone. And if you're in the audience, please keep the murmuring and the whispering and the conversations to a minimum so we can make sure we're hearing from every speaker. Thank you. We're also going to acknowledge our Assemblyman, Peter Abadi, who's joined us. Thank you very much, Assemblyman.
Good evening, Senator Gounardes. Good evening, Senator Andrew Gounardes. I'm a parent of a 6th grader in District 20. I listened to Senator Gounardes' interview on Brian and Lara show another day, and Brian said, many people wanted to see the result that more Black and Latino kids get into specialized high school immediately. I want to say, there is no shortcut in education. We all know it's unacceptable that only 7 Black kids get into studies this year. But in education, it's not playing the numbers. It will take time to improve the poor performing schools. It will take much longer to help students fully prepare for the specialized high school and to reach high achievement. Any shortcut won't benefit any kid. The mayor and his alliance just want to cover their value on New York City education and enforce their political conspiracy. Second, I want to say, we need another specialized high school in South Brooklyn, much much more urgently than other boroughs. We have a total of about 18,000 kids attending public schools in 3 districts, but we have only 20 high schools. According to DOE's citywide percentile rank, among these 20 high schools, only 3 high schools are above 50% of the average level. They are Middlewood High School, Leon Golden State High School, and Brooklyn College Academy High School. All the other high schools are lower than 50%, including my zone high school, Fort Hamilton High School. Among these 20 high schools, many are poor performing schools. Most high schools have honor academy or programs, but because of very limited seats, it's not going to satisfy the number of high-achieving students. Especially all 3 schools mentioned before have citywide admission. The chance to get into this honor academy or programs is not higher than the chance to go to specialized high school.
Thank you very much.
As a parent, I'm very disappointed. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, everyone, stick to the 2 minutes. You can submit your testimony to us. It'll become part of the record, we promise you. Thank you.
Good evening. As a parent of 2, the mayor's proposal really concerns me. Our specialized high school are the best high school in our school system. The merit-based admission process we currently have by leveraging SAT is what made our specialized high school so successful. It assesses the academic achievement of our students in a most objective way and amid those that meet the academic standard necessary for them to excel. Without such objective measurement in place during the admission process, not only will it ruin our specialized high school, and also feel all hardworking kids deserve the best public education. We all know the intention of mayor's proposal. It's all about politics. None of it is about education. Instead of trying to target the real problem, it blames the failure in our K-8 education on the objective admission exam. This is the most absurd proposal I've ever heard. It's hurting the average student it claims to help. It recently went on the news that DOE Chancellor had just wasted $23 million of our tax dollars to indoctrinate teacher and school staff with racist mentality for favoring one race over another and pitting one race against others. This is truly intoxicating. Our school system is meant to educate our students. It's not a playground for the DOE Chancellor to play his identity politics. I guess we now know where all our education funding went. That's supposed to help improve our education system and help the underserved communities. Here's my recommendation to our education policymaker. While maintaining the current objective admission process to ensure equal opportunity for all of our students, all our students. And expand the specialized high school so more high-achieving kids can attend and expand GNT programs to all of our local schools. And last, we the taxpayer paying $345 a year for chancellor, whose only agenda is to inflame race relations and do nothing to help our students.
Thank you. Thank you. I know we have to move on to the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is not a rally. This is a community forum where everybody gets a chance to say their piece. And we have to be out of here because of the security concerns and the school schedule by 8:30, which means we have to finish before that. And we want everybody to sign up to have their 2 minutes. So when you go over, you're taking time from somebody else. Somebody is not going to be able to speak at the end. So please be fair and stick to the 2 minutes. I will read every word of testimony that you email in. I promise you that. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Nana Elnagar, and I am a junior at Brooklyn Technical High School. I went to a middle school, IS 187, where the majority of students accepted offers into specialized high schools. At IS 187, we enjoyed flight simulators, MacBooks, and a highly motivated student body. But the bubble I lived in left me ignorant to the struggles that many students across New York City face. came from middle schools where they were the only student accepted into a specialized high school, I found out they had no knowledge of the SAT until a month before the test. The information they did receive was vague and poorly presented. When schools are not well integrated, we cannot see the potential of students across the city. As a result, our perception is narrowed to a single idea of what other communities look like, one that is built on stereotypes and misconceptions that diffuse quickly because no one is there to correct them. But students capable of excelling academically exist in all parts of the city. By neglecting these students and focusing on the small minority that attend specialized high schools, our city forces the majority into under-resourced schools that set them up for failure, while specialized high school students, where the majority of our resources are concentrated, are forced into environments that be toxic, overly competitive learning environments. The SAT not only upholds this broken system, but is ineffective in evaluating students. It doesn't take into account work ethic, determination to succeed, and so many other characteristics that truly represent a student's ability to succeed. The SAT defines students by a single moment of time and tells them that if they cannot excel in a 3-hour period, they are not deserving of a good quality education. A 20-point difference in an SAT score and a resulting rejection should not warrant the disappointment and feelings of failure that occur every single year. When you say fix K-8 but not the test, you imply that the SAT is an effective way to evaluate students, which has no substantial proof, and that only students who can excel in a 3-hour period deserve a good education. Thank you.
Good evening, Senators. My name is Denise Yu, and I'm from the Coalition for Asian American Children and Families. I work with Asian Pacific American youth across New York City. And people have been saying, don't touch the test or fix K-8 or give our children the same opportunities to these schools. And when they defend these schools in this test, they are unknowingly fighting for a poor quality of education for their children. I had that education where I tested into all of the schools I attended, including IS 201, where we're sitting in now. And while I can acknowledge the resources afforded to me at these schools, I also tell people that I would not put my children through the same experiences. Because here was the norm for me and continues to be the norm for the young people I listen to every day. They sleep an average of 5 hours per night and commute 1 to 2 hours per day. There is rampant drug abuse among students that remains unaddressed or poorly addressed. These competitive, high-stakes schools are breeding an academic culture where being stressed and overworked is normal, where working harder than others means you're not smart, where students say they don't know what they wake up for and say they'll kill themselves for getting a mediocre grade, where students do attempt and commit suicide every year, where students and teachers can be racist and prejudiced without consequences, and where in order to be a good student, it's okay to cheat, bribe, and brush off inappropriate behavior from school staff. And when these students graduate and enter this larger society beyond the bubble they have lived in, their education, as rigorous as the number of APs they took, has not prepared them to be curious learners, critical thinkers, and pioneers in this larger society. The work ethic they've developed was only to survive in these schools and not to thrive in the larger world, and they have to reconcile with the reality that the American dream their parents sacrificed for is only a false narrative fed by this unfair, racist society we live in. I want our young people to know this is not right or healthy, that you shouldn't be reduced to a single test score or the name of your school. I want them to think, what education do they want? Not what you think will get you into an Ivy League or that 6-figure job. I will just end by this, but I want them to fight for an education where they're happy, healthy, thriving, doing what they want to do, and whether what they're fighting for them to do.
Thank you. We have also been joined by another member of the New York City Committee on Education, Committee on New York City Education, Senator Robert Jackson. Senator?
Well, let me thank you all for coming out and expressing yourself about this very important issue. My name is Robert Jackson. I represent the 31st Senatorial District in Manhattan, and I've been involved as an education advocate for decades, trying to make sure that the state of New York provides the money to provide every child the opportunity for a sound basic education. So I'm here to listen to what you have to say and work with my colleagues in the State Senate. And I thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you, Senator.
thank you, Senator Gounardes, Senator Liu, and Senator Jackson for sponsoring this forum tonight. I come to you tonight not only as a parent in District 20, but as a graduate and alumna of Stuyvesant High School, class of 1993. So my story is the story of someone who has direct experience with these specialized high schools. And what happens to these schools affects me personally because it's also my legacy, the legacy of my children. My daughter was just accepted to Stuyvesant High School for fall, and hopefully in a few years my sons will be accepted as well, provided things don't change. I started writing a speech, then I realized my pages of tiny cramped handwriting would be too long to read. So I just want to focus on my key points tonight. Like many parents here, I do not support the changes that have been proposed to eliminate the SHSAT. I do support the existence of a discovery program, but I feel that setting aside 20% of the seats is much too much, and the program, the way it's been expanded, has been too vague. There are no real details as to what the cutoff score should be, how the students would be assigned to schools, and I think it's unfair to all the other students who are taking the test. Because by setting aside such a large percentage of seats, you are effectively raising the cutoff scores. So in the end, you're not helping that many more students, because some of these students who never qualified for the Discovery Program would have gotten in if you hadn't changed it. And that's what the results have shown this year. When they changed the dates, and there are some students who didn't get in, but they qualified for the Discovery Program because of these changes. But in past years, they would have gotten in. So that affected me very much. But one of the things that's really bothered me is hearing the mayor say over and over again.
Thank you.
Before Ethan speaks, I'm going to call the next 5 speakers. Cheyenne Zhao, Zoe Nee, Vito Labella, Tim Law, and Jerry Chen. If you can get in the queue over here. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Ethan Zhao, and I am in 4th grade. The New York City mayor wants to abolish a very important test that gets many students into their high school. But why? Some people argue that the test is biased towards certain races. But using the test, students are selected based on skills, not race or background. For around 2 decades, Black and Hispanic people made up over 50% of the students of program tests. And we're still using the same test today. Over time, different people are leading into SHSAT, which just further proves the point that the test is unbiased. Also, the SHSAT is completely unbiased score, unlike the mayor's proposal, which would deny 26.2% of top-performing students access to the SHS, while 6% of the seats would be taken by students who failed grade level math and ELA. This seems completely unfair to many students, including myself, because intelligent and hardworking students will be denied an opportunity for a good education. Furthermore, the proposed process will also use biased grades. A passing grade at one school may not be a passing grade at another. Some schools can make the process easier. For example, in one school, 93.5% of the students pass their math classes. Only 2% pass the state exam. Overall, the SHSAT is just simply the best method of admission we have right now. Replacing an unbiased, fair, and well-functioning system with an unfair and biased system is just foolish and bad for everyone. In the long run, it will drag New York City's education down and force many New Yorkers to move away. In the end, everyone will be affected. So I urge Mr. de Blasio and Mr. Carranza to drop this foolish and unneeded proposal and keep the SHSAT.
is Cheyenne Lau. I am in 5th grade currently, and in September, I'll be going to I-27 Christopher McCall Middle School. For a long time, the SHSAT has been given to many students to determine who gets into a specialized high school. Kids have studied hard to ace this important test. Recently, Mayor Bill de Blasio has proposed that the SHSAT be removed and instead the top 7% of middle schoolers be admitted into these schools. The problem with the mayor's proposal is different schools have different standards for grades. For example, PS224 has 93.5% of students passing, but only 2% passing the state math test. Meanwhile, Christopher McCall has 96% passing the math state test. Also, some teachers may play favorites and give certain students higher grades than others. Therefore, grades may not be very accurate to decide where a student should be admitted into a specialized high school. On the other hand, all students taking the SHSAT will receive the same test. The SHSAT is not biased. It gives you a seat based only on how well you do. I feel that I'll have very low chance of getting into a specialized high school from Christopher McCall under the mayor's proposal. I might get scores on my state tests. I probably won't be in the top 7%. I chose to go to a school where I will get a good education and will have to work hard to get good grades. I just have the same opportunity as everyone else in the city to try for a spot at specialist high schools. The SHSAT will give me that opportunity. In conclusion, this is why I am against the SHSAT being removed. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Zoe, and I am currently attending elementary school. Next year, I will be attending middle school. I have heard many debates and many sides on the topic of the mayor wanting to cancel the test we all know that gives us all a chance to get into one of the top high schools. I'm talking about the SHSAT. This test originated from the law 2590 and was created for the Royal Signs of the Chancellor. For many years, it was how we got into the high schools we wished to attend. That was until our current mayor and chancellor proposed we cancel the test. It makes no sense to me to cancel the test, because if they do use the top 7% from each school, almost 1,000 SHSAT seats will be eliminated. The test is the fairest way to determine what high school we go in so far. And to think they didn't have a problem with it back in the day. So why is there a problem with it now? The SHSAT is colorblind. To me, the mayor is just replacing the unbiased test with a biased system. And yes, before you look at high schools, look at the K-8 system. It is truly messed up. Before you change anything, first fix where education starts, at the beginning. If you want more diversity, first start giving kids the education they deserve. And so that's how I should believe that SHSAT should be kept.
Thank you, kids. Well, that's a tough act to follow, but at least the mic is almost the right height. So we've been here before. Thank you, Senators, for doing this. I'd like you to say for the record, please vote no for SAM 1415 and vote yes for the Gifted and Talented Program, SAM 3878. I want to talk about my experiences 40 years ago when I was a brand new rookie cop and I was told to ride the trains from 8 o'clock at night to 4 in the morning. I was given a radio that was more of a brick because it didn't work. And when I complained, my sergeant said, "Oh, LaBella, just don't see nothing and get home." When I asked my union to help me, they said, "LaBella, just don't make trouble." And when the guardian angels wanted to patrol the subways for free, they were told by the city and the unions that they couldn't do it, right? Because the city and the police unions, they wanted to put politics over the safety of their officers and politics over the safety of the riding public. Well, fast forward 40 years, and what's changed? The DOE is now putting politics above children. They are demonizing our great family-owned tutoring centers, not test prep centers, tutoring outperform city schools with the same population of children in the same communities. If a herd of zebras did well educating children, and I was the mayor or the chancellor, I would go with a clipboard to see what we could learn from those herd of zebras, and I would incorporate it into our education system. But they would rather demonize them. So please, senators, also raise the cap on charter schools, and do not give this mayor 3 years of control. Thank you.
Before Tim goes, I'm going to call the next 5 people. They are Mandy Wong, Adele Doyle, Chua Zong, Kevork Krimian, and Leo Lee. If you can come in the queue. Thank you.
Okay, good evening. I strongly believe specialized high school admission test is fair, devoid of favoritism, bias, and politics. Our Asian students pass the exam. It's not because they go to tutoring school. It's because the parents have money. It's because they have very solid academic background in elementary school and middle school. That's why they pass the test. Some elect officials claim that those Chinese students, because they do something, no, that's not true. They claim that the Spanish and Latino and the black students that make up 70% of the whole New York City population, only 12% of first class in this 8 high school. That's not fair. That's inappropriate and justifiable. And also, they want to cancel this exam. They want to replace the portfolio, assignment, and quotas. Those methods I strongly believe involve favoritism, bias, and politics. If the student knows the teacher, he will put a good reclamation letter. And also, I suggest that our mayor should invest more money in the different school, in different school districts. Please don't punish our hardworking students. He should look into other side, look at the other student characteristics, teaching and programs, not because the special high school exam. You keep saying that special high school exam is favoring Asian and white students. That's not right. I work for Department of Education for 35 years. I know that our students, they are talented and gifted, okay? Also, we did the study from Manhattan Institute.
Thank you.
And found out that this test is very fair. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jerry Chen. Today, I'm going to state my opinion on the SHSAT. In 7th grade, some people start preparing for a test that will decide which one of the elite high schools they will be going to, or if they are going at all. The test is called the SHSAT. It has been here for almost 50 years. Now our mayor, Bill de Blasio, and our chancellor of the school system, Richard A. Carranza, plan to take away this test. The preparation and hard work from most 7th graders, maybe in 5th and 6th graders, are now useless. Why are the mayor and the chancellor trying to take away the test? Supporters of this idea say that there are too many Asians in New York City's elite high schools, and way too little black and Hispanic people in there. Basically, they're trying to balance the number of people from each race in the school. To do this, they're going to take away the test and instead use grades from each school to decide who gets into the specialized high school. Grades, however, are biased. Many schools have different grading systems. The only way to solve that is not use a grading system or just make every kid go to the same school. That's not going to work. If you fix the grading system, you still have to find a solution to the teacher problem, as teachers have favorites. Can a test have favorites? I don't think so. To sum it all up, I don't think grades will be a sufficient and unbiased way to select and offer people seats for New York City elite high schools. In the late 1900s, one of the specialized high schools, Brooklyn Tech, was full of Black and Latino students. There was barely any Asians in the school. I don't think people complained about that a long time ago, so why are they complaining now? Is it because now it's mostly Asians? Not the test's fault. The test was able to let many different races into the school, and whether a person gets in or not is based on how hard they prepared and how much effort they put into the test. Maybe add a few more options that can help you get into specialized high schools. Add more specialized high schools and
Thank you.
but taking away the SHSAT is not enough.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming, Senators. Really appreciate it, especially last time when we tried to voice our concern in front of the Chancellor during the town hall meeting, totally fell off the deal. So I just want to highlight something specific for our district here. I live in Dyker with 2 kids, went through the public high school right now, and then also went through the entire school system since kindergarten. We do know we do have good school here, but we have overcrowding problem, literally. The one closest to my home, literally, is Liuchi High School. They do have a wonderful honor academy program. But if you look at the statistics, the latest New York City High School directory, for that academy program, we're talking about 44 applicants competing for 1 seat, compared to just 28 applicants for a seat in Stuyvesant High School. So we do have the issue of the overcrowding. We need more school and we need more enrichment program for our wonderful kids here. Okay, and then I also want to address something about the diversity problem, which is the topic for today. It's not just for specialized high school, it's throughout the public school system. Many organizations have already proposing meaningful long-term solutions aiming to provide educational resources to all students because they all deserve to have proper educational foundation. If they are given the deserved chance that they have to build up their foundation, no matter what kind of the matrix, what kind of the test, including SHSAT, they will achieve them. So the test is not the problem. So since I'm running out of time, please make sure that put this meaningful solution first before considering to eliminate SHSAT. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senators. Adele Doyle, Community Education Council, District 20 President, and a teacher. The plan to abolish the SHSAT in favor of politically motivated and easily manipulated subjective measures, which cap specialized high school attendance to 7% per district, is racism, pure and simple. It is racism against the hard-working students of District 20, vilified for embodying a work ethic to which every student in this city should aspire. Instead, these students are castigated and peripheralized and told they can attend high schools in a district where high schools are at as much 192% capacity. They are told that no matter how high they achieve, there are other, quote, good schools. That's not good enough. These students who aspire to specialized high schools aspire to globally competitive fields in science, medicine, and engineering. To say that our public school system is good enough is to deny the fact that only 37% of our public high school graduates are deemed college-ready by the NAACP, compared to 100% of students who graduate from specialized high schools. Students of colors have historically received lesser educations throughout the city, and by not helping these students to meet the critical bar necessary to succeed in college is to perpetuate the worst form of racism. The SHSAT is not the issue. NYC is failing students of color by not providing rigorous education across the board. CUNY will lose over 30% of enrolled students by the end of the first year, and only 20% will make it through 4 years. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on expanding gifted and talented and holding schools accountable for historically deleterious results. Let's not sacrifice generations of students who need more rigorous instruction just so our politicians can look good for the short term they are in office. We ask that you consider that this high school is closing. A simple solution to both overcrowding and the need for more specialized high school opportunities is that the city acquire this property and make available once and for all a specialized high school in South Brooklyn to serve the very real needs of the students of South Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Chora Song and I am age 11. The SHSAT is becoming a debated topic that people in all races and all ages are starting to be aware of. Some people wish for it to leave the society, or at least be altered, because they believe that inequality in race has been shown in the admissions. I disagree with that. Although difference has indeed been shown in races, it is an inequality because the people that got into specialized high schools earned their seats and deserve to be admitted. Today I am talking about one particular topic. Some people think that some races, specifically Hispanics and African Americans, do not have enough money to provide extra education for their children. First off, I would like to say that yes, some people do not have enough money. That is a fact. However, the part that I wish to focus on is the so-called fact that only some races have people that do not have the money. All races have people living in poverty. There are also other ways to learn besides just extra schooling. A library has various books on test-taking, math, science, and almost any other subject. They can be bought in return with no fee at all. For instance, Tara Westover, the author of the book called Educated, has never went to any K-12 schools before, yet she managed to get into Cambridge University. How did she do it? She borrowed books that tell her everything she needed to know, and she got a high score on her ACT. The government also provides grants for poor families so that they can allow their child to pay tuition at expensive schools. Where else do you think your taxes go to? It goes to people and the children who will become our future people. Taxes also go to free lunch for students in public schools. It has been found that even though ages make up 74% of silences, there are also about 90% of the people that apply for free lunch. Thank you.
For our next speaker, I'm going to call up the next five: Leo Nee, Tiffany Chen, Ray Shu, Scott Levitsky, and Helen Yu. No, Helen, you want to be last. Donna Chu. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Senators. My name is Kevork Premian. I'm a father of a student who graduated from Stuyvesant in 2017 and a student who will graduate from Bronx Science in 2 weeks. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my views on the SHSAT and GNT in New York City Public Schools. I've been involved with specialized high schools for the last 6 years as a frequent parent volunteer and a track dad. I agree in all sincerity that the lack of diversity in these schools is abysmal, but I don't think the problem is the SHSAT, because in selective schools like Barr, Beacon, and Townsend Harris, the lack of diversity is only slightly less dreadful, and they do not use the SHSAT. New York Times left this much out, by the way. Blaming the SHSAT is simply political pandering at best, or shameful cynicism at worst. But the mayor's proposals are exactly the wrong way to approach this problem, because it creates a zero-sum solution. The benefit of one group is predicated on equal loss of another group. Anyone who knows anything about conflict resolution will tell you that this approach will not only not solve the problem, but create many more. But there is a way out that will bring us all together. I believe the problem lies in preparation for these schools during K through K. GNT programs feed these schools and then decimated or eliminated in large swaths of the city. Even where they still exist, like in my community, Queens, information on attending these programs is severely lacking. When it was time for our 2 kids to be enrolled, we realized that while we were zoned for 49, the testing was in 87, and the program was EPS 153.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
big problem that will later affect New York's future, which is that the SHSAT is being canceled for some ridiculous reasons. One of the reasons for this change is that the test is somehow biased towards certain groups of people. However, this is a lie. The SHSAT has been part of New York's education system since 1971. Over the course of its history, multiple races have been leading through the test. One such example is from the mid-70s to the mid-90s, when the Brooklyn Tech student body was more than 50% Black and Hispanic through the SHSAT. And we are still using the exact same test today. So if they did it in the past, they can still do it now. This proves that the test wasn't created for one group of people, but rather without bias and for everyone. Though it might not be perfect, the SHSAT is currently the fairest and most unbiased way to determine whether or not a student can survive in specialized high school. Unlike grades, the test uses the same standard for everyone, unlike teachers and even schools. For example, in one school, 90% of students pass their math test, even though only 2% are actually meeting grade level standards, meaning their grades were higher than they should have been. Due to Mayor's proposal, which uses those biased grades, 26.2% of top performing students will be denied the chance of going to the specialized high schools. Meanwhile, 6% of seats will be taken by students who failed grade level math and ELA. This shows that the Mayor's proposal is a plan that will be unfair and biased, unlike the SHSAT, which is fair and unbiased. The test doesn't care about your appearance, but only your character. During the test only, and only the top performing students will be accepted in the specialized high schools. So in short, the Mayor is using his pencil to erase a proven, unbiased...
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany Chen and I am a 6th grader at Kristen McAuliffe Intermediate School. As we all know, specialized high schools use the SHSAT as a sole entrance criteria. The SHSAT is an objective and neutral assessment like the state test. The SHSAT has lasted for decades and there have been no problems. But if the Blasio bill passes, it will be changed to the top 7% performance of each middle school. As we all know, a passing grade at one school may not be a passing grade at another. Therefore, using grades is not fair. In my opinion, I think that the Mayor should focus on improving the quality of pre-K to 8 instead. Under his proposal, I think that I will have a very slim chance to go to any of the specialized high schools. However, I deserve the same chance as everyone else in the city to try for a spot. That's why I am here tonight to fight for my education and rights. The original purpose of establishing specialized high schools is to provide accelerated learning to students who have demonstrated more than sufficient for the expectations of the grade levels. In order to be admitted, all students need to take the fair test and reach certain cutoff level. There is no exception based on religious beliefs, race, color, or gender. This is the core value of education. Specialized high schools do promote academic excellence in New York City. We should not change the admission process for a specialized high school to fulfill their political agenda. Also, we should not apply a quota system to address diversity. Ironically, these high academic standards manifest the Mayor and Chancellor's failures in providing high-quality education to the entire city's elementary and public middle schools. My voice deserves to be heard, as do the voices of all the people who have come here tonight. Rosa Parks once said, racism is still with us, but it is up to us to prepare our children for what they have to meet, and hopefully we shall overcome. Please think about this quote. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ray. I am a 6th grader at I-27 Christian College Intermediate School. And first off, I just want to say that thank you everyone for coming out tonight to hear our opinion on the SHSAT. Diversity in our schools has long been a problem, and I think that the chancellor is half correct because he does propose adding more diversity in special ed high schools. But I do believe that the SHSAT is not the cause of diversity issues. For example, in the 1970s, Brooklyn Tech and Bronx Science had a majority population of African Americans. And yet, the mayor and the chancellor at that time said nothing about the problem of diversity. And now why is that? Why do we have to talk about diversity problems now when there was a segregation back then in the 1970s? Another point I want to address is that kids should be prepared for the SHSAT. They should not be just sent to the SHSAT and just done their best. We need to have more GNT programs from K to 8 to prepare these kids for this SHSAT, to prepare them for what lies ahead in their future. And so what the mayor is proposing is top 7% in each school going to specialized high schools. But the top 7% of one school may not be equivalent to the top 7% in another school. And for example, there is a very good school in my health called Tag Living Scholars, and it has a whopping 98.3% of kids getting a 3 or a 4 on the SHSAT. Yet there's another school that has a failing of only 3% of kids getting a 3 or 4. Thank you.
The next slide, Wei Wei Chin, Miawana Zhang, George Lee, Fairy Zhang, and Howard Lee. You can line up. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Kravitsky. I'm an educator and community education advocate in District 21. I just wanted to thank you for allowing us to speak. And moving forward, I would love to be able to collaborate with you and see exactly how we can drive education in the right direction. I wouldn't change the policies of specialized schools. I'm so impressed with everyone here tonight. I see a tremendous drive, and I'm very excited that all the students are very articulate. I'm looking at something different. In District 21, elementary schools, we have no gifted and talented schools, except for Maywood or Grayson. There's no gifted and talented programs in Coney Island. We have no career technical education schools in Southern Brooklyn except for Grady High School. Believe it or not, Grady High School only has 500 students. We need to create specialized schools that focus on hands-on learning. What about kinesthetic hands-on learners with students? We're neglecting that. I support everything you're doing, but I think there's a big neglect in our underserved communities in Coney Island and Brighton Beach. And moving forward, I would love to be involved in helping drive the instruction in these areas. And as I said before, whatever I can do to help support you, I definitely will do it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Senators, for hosting this forum and giving us this opportunity. My name is Donna Chu, and I'm a graduate of Brooklyn Tech. I am here with my daughters, and they go to PS 200, so excellent school. And the reason why we're here is because we, of course, oppose the mayor's plan to eliminate the SHSAT and to transplant 7% of the middle school children to the specialized high schools because it doesn't address the real problem, which is the systematic failure in public schools. I know myself and a lot of the parents who chose to move into this district all the neighborhoods. But you know what? My question to the mayor and the chancellor is why is that not the case in all the neighborhoods? I have not heard concrete examples from the mayor or the chancellor to address what are you doing to improve our K-8, that we have high quality schools in K-8. What is the mayor doing and the chancellor doing to help children who are not scoring at their level in the national exams? What are they doing to hold educators accountable in the failing schools? I know other speakers have mentioned today the charter schools. The charter schools are excellent. I have never heard the mayor and the chancellor talk about what they're doing well, and why can't he transplant those ideas to our failing schools? So I know we, myself and other parents, we oppose the mayor's plan because he has not proposed other solutions. My last point is, Mayor, Chancellor, what are you doing for our children who want to go to these STEM schools so that they can compete on a global level? I'm worried for my children too. So I know under the mayor's plan, they're not going to get into the specialized schools. So what about my children? What about our future, their future? Thank you very much.
Hi, is this the one? Hi, I'm Wei Washington. I'm the president of the Chinese Conference. I want to say first, thank you, senators, for holding this forum, and it is absolutely marvelous to see all the kids here who have done so well. It's about studying, folks. It's about studying. It's not about test prep. It's not about demonizing one set of kids versus another. When we have gone on these forums, there are people who say and complain about these Chinese have been studying since 5th grade. We say, well, you should be studying since 1st grade or earlier. Studying is good for you, not just for a test, not just for SHSAT. We study before and after that forever, for life. That is something that we encourage for everybody. That is a good for anybody of any race. When we have a city officer saying that Patrick Joseph says that you Asians are crazy for studying, don't feel bad when you study, kids. When Assemblymember Bishop says, you guys should take a vacation, we say, no, we have to study. Do not feel bad about your studying. When Assemblymember Barron accuses us of studying so we get into Stuyvesant, we say, no, we study because it is the right thing to do before the test. After the test, for life, because it is good for everything you're going to do. Even if you fail, you have increased your ability to learn and be productive for society. It is a good that you should not be ashamed of. So please, don't let us take politics into this.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Senators Gounardes, and Jackson. My name is George Lee, I'm a parent. I want to talk about the Parker bill that's in the committee. The bill would admit over 300 students who couldn't pass New York State tests in 7th grade. The Wall Street Journal, October 18, 2019. The Parker bill would admit 300 students who failed New York State tests. How bad is failing New York State tests? It means guessing at fractions, not understanding them. And guessing at fractions happens in 7th grade because you never mastered arithmetic in 4th grade. That's how bad it is. But why should we be surprised that the Parker bill does this? There's no time to elaborate here, but both of the bill's key components, the 7% quota and middle school grades, are invalid scholastically. That's why you would have been over 300 students who can't do fractions. So if the Parker bill has no scholastic rationale, what kind of rationale does it have? There's only one answer. It's a nakedly racist bill to discriminate against Asians.
That's right.
It's deeply outrageous Asians, and it will be found to violate the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Some say let the bill pass and get slapped down in the Supreme Court. The ruling would be great, the opinions even better. But that'll take years, and we can't afford the damage the Parker bill will do in the meantime to our schools, our immigrants, our race relations. Please do the right thing. Kill the divisive and offensive Parker bill. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Miona. I'm the parent of 3 boys. They are currently attending the public school. I'm here to support the SHSAT. Tonight we have a lot of the kids and family here to speak out to let the city and the mayor know what we want. First of all, our chancellor said, our Asian input will not going to change the result. Before he come down to our communities, he said that he listen to our voice. But every time, he just said what he want. And never give us a chance to say what we want or to listen to us. I'm curious what kind of chancellor that the New York City had. And is it he's the right chancellor for our New Yorker? So I would like to thank Senator to give us the chance tonight to speak out. The tax is not the problem. Remove the tax is not the solution. The solution is to fix the K-8 system, to create more GNT class. And also the skin color of our kids is not important because they are all our kids and they are our future. So the color of the skin should not to use to cover the fairy education system. As we all know, the A specialized high school is based on one test, but it's a reason to cancel the test. The test is the way to know how well our kids doing in the school. Instead to cancel the test, why we don't focus on how to fix the broken education system? When they are at school in the New York City, they only had 2.1 students passing the statewide math exam. From the proposal saying like the top 7% of it to middle school going to the A specialized high school. Can we think about that, how they can survive in those schools? Because their specialized high school is not a regular one. So just quick understanding, it's not the solution to your kids. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, Chin? Okay. I just want to make sure because I called them. Wait, I'm sorry, before you go. Can I have Howard Lee, Coley Chen, Hang Chen, Peter Wong, and Leland Yu?
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, children, and senators. My name is Farron, and I don't think that the SHSAT should be canceled. There are many reasons to why I think that. We are all in America. In America, everyone is equal, and we all have the same rights. No matter what color skin we have, how we look, or what gender we are. Here, in America, we are all American. Education in the United States is equal. Everyone gets the same opportunities, and nothing should change that. There might not be many ways to see if someone is qualified to attend a specialized high school, but the best way we have right now is the SHSAT. There is no problem with wanting to propose this bill, but there is no need to be racist or biased about it.
Yes.
Racism isn't going to solve any problem we have with the test, but just think about it. Don't we have enough problems in New York already? Why is that? I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. This is why I think the SHSA teachers stink.
Senators, thank you for the opportunity for the hearing. So enough has been said on the SSHT. I'm here to defend it, not only because of the test, but because it represents the principle that we are created equal and we shouldn't be judged by the color of the skin, but by the content of our character. SST is a color-blind policy. Only matters how much you know about the subject, only from hardworking. So that's why I'm defining it. The mayor, because of this too, we know the mayor failed the test over and over again, failed to provide K-8 quality education to the African American communities. That's why they failed the SHST test. Instead of fix the real problem, he tried to cover it up. So his solution doesn't solve any problem, just make it worse. But what is more alarming is his approach bears the hallmarks of totalitarian socialism. He borrowed his playbook directly from the Communist Party of China. Back in the 1950s, the Communist Party abolished college admission because he said the single test is not a holistic measure of education crisis. They want the underrepresented classes to get into colleges without tests and handpicking the top candidates from those who are not prepared for the college education, and that was a disaster. But this kind of socialist mindset is what we should be alarmed about, and this mindset traces all the way back to the 1940s by the Socialist Party of the Workers of Germany. They think the Jews has disproportionate share of the country's wealth. Guess what? Let's seize it and redistribute. That is what happened. Today, the mayor thinks the agent has disproportionate share of the high school seats. Let's seize it and redistribute. That is wrong. That is wrong. Senators, we should be aware. Hitler didn't take the Hitler overnight. He did something very slow at the beginning. Then, today's propaganda. Today, the mayor spent $23 million.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
There is a real persistent racial gap in the many of our schools, but the mayor's proposal focuses on outcomes rather than root causes. The testing from 3rd through 8th grade shows a persistent racial gap. Rather than focus on the outcomes, they should focus on the reasons for the gap. But that said, the test itself, maybe without bias, but the path to taking the test there is an access problem. The content of the test should be made the curriculum across New York State so that all kids have access to it wherever they are in the state and are ready to take it. And the test prep should be available to everyone so that by the time it comes, they are used to it and can see it. And that is where the racial gap and bias comes in, is in access and in test prep. What you see is the result of that. The other thing is gaps in the data. The highest performing Black and Latino kids are trained by private schools for their own diversity targets. Everyone should be made to take the test no matter what. And then you have more data. Because what you see are people who do not take the test because they don't have to. And you cannot blame them when they see a more supportive atmosphere. So create a standard curriculum, create test prep for everyone. And the final thing is, it takes a lifetime to get ready. I have a friend who is with the mother of a student in style, and that student's Black, and they emphasize that it takes a lifetime to prepare them. Changing the formula will not do anything to change their readiness. You need to create access at all levels well before it gets to even taking the test. And finally, for all the students who do not manage to get in and they still need a quality education, focusing on the test is a way of focusing on, or rather diverting attention from the quality of our schools, and we should talk about quality of people's educations even if they don't get into these schools.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chloe Chen, and I'm currently a 6th grader at IS 187 in the Crystal College School. I heard recently about how Mayor de Blasio, Chancellor Carranza,
specialized way to select students from the specialized high schools. Anybody can take the test. It doesn't matter how you look, where you live, or how you would sound in an interview. You just have to work hard. Grades, however, can be biased. I know that many teachers have favorites, whether they mean to or not. Some teachers also grade more harshly than others and are stricter. Along with this, getting good grades at a school that may not be performing as well isn't the same as getting good grades at a good school with top grades. Students from other schools who don't work as hard would have higher chances of getting into a specialized high school, even though another student could have grades that are just as good or better. Getting rid of the SHSAT would deny a large amount of top students while giving seats to people who aren't grade proficient in ELA and math. While the SHSAT may not be the perfect solution, it's the best one we have right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Senators, for having me. My name is Heng Chen. I met John Liu about 3 months ago at an event called Music Connect. He asked me for my name. I told him. He asked me for my father's name. I told him as well. John Liu asked me, "What does your father do?" I blanked for a second. I didn't know what to say. He still works in a sweatshop. 30 years ago, he came to America with no money in his pocket, worked in a sweatshop, and he still do. Why? Just so that me and my siblings can have a better future. And I'm doing the same for my kids. Why do they do that? It's all about one word: sacrifice. You sacrifice for the future. That's what education is all about. Doing homework at night is not fun. Reading all the time is not fun. But with this long-term benefits, and all the kids here, they know that. Why are they here sacrificing their Friday to be at a hearing? Why? Because they know this is important. This is what's going to solve the issue. The kids have to understand that by sacrificing, they will have a better future. This is what we're up against. The other day, I was watching the NBA Finals, Game 3. In between the commercial, I saw 3 car commercials and 2 beer commercials. The culture is all about now. It's about consumerism. It's the Instagram culture. It's about now. If you have the culture to sacrifice for the future, for the education, you will do well. And that is the solution. Not a Band-Aid, which is getting rid of the test. If you get rid of the test, there's going to be more Band-Aids. Nothing is going to be solved.
Thank you. Peter Wong, Lei Ling Yu, Nicholas Linka, David Ram, and Nicole Cable. And John Liu. Why not? And then we have one more.
Good evening, thank you, Senators, for this moment, giving us a chance. I'm the mother of a Provincetown alumni who's currently attending Global Union, and I'm really put a number of problems and offer some solutions to this CSAT. I am supporting CSAT, which is not a test problem, as many of us have been talking about it. I believe that is, well, not I believe, I saw the correlation between declining gift programs in Black and Hispanic communities, as well as declining enrollment of Black and Latino students to specialized high schools. So there is something going on connected between enrollment and gift programs. Another thing is, I saw a very good school, prep, at 328 West 71st Street, that I tried to apply for my son to attend. I saw the school, prep is one of the best schools with good programs, offering a lot of prep programs, scholarships, administrators from third grade, no, from 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, with different pathways to get into that excellent school. Unfortunately, I was told not a person of color, and I felt the color was scheme. But I was not accepted, not even given an application for my son to fill out. But that's an excellent school. My question is, if Pratt is so good for enrolling highly talented, gifted Black and Hispanic students, why not make more like Pratt for Black and Latino students here for the specialized high schools?
That's time.
Thank you.
Helen, can you come and get on the back of the line as well? Thank you.
Hello. Hello. My name is Nicholas Linka. I am an 8th grader at Chris McAuliffe Intermediate School, IS 187. Thank you. I have taken the SHSAT in October and gotten my results in March, and I have made it to Stuyvesant. Thank you. I have worked hard. I have spent a lot of my time studying over the summer instead of going outside and playing with my friends. I've gone through a lot of capital books, and it paid off. I'm in Stuyvesant, and I feel that I deserve it. But under this new plan with this top 7% of each school, I feel that there's going to be a kid like me that deserves a spot in a very good school, but is not going to get one because of this unfair program. In different schools, grades are harder or easier to come by. In my middle school, a 95, I would have to study every night. But in my elementary school, getting 100 was easy. I don't feel that this system of grades is fair because the schools aren't even. If you want the schools to be even, then instead of focusing on taking the SHSAT away, try to make all schools up to the same standard because half the students in the state of New York do not pass the state exams, which I don't know about you, but I find frankly easy. So try improving the schools that need improvement. Don't take away the SHSAT because Stuyvesant and all the specialized high schools, they are one of the best schools in the nation, in the United States. Thank you.
So I just sat here listening to everyone, and I just wanted to touch base on a couple of things. One, I'm pro SHSAT because we haven't tried everything else, and I think it is a very fair system. I have 3 kids who are actually part of the special education system. One of them goes to McAuliffe, and is in the 10% of the children at McAuliffe who are actually in the special education system. He's also now a 6th grader in the honor roll. When I started that child in school, there was no NEST program. I fought really hard to keep him in occupational therapy and everything that he needed to succeed. I actually didn't want him to go to college. I thought it was too hard. He told me he was bored. And so we went there. And he's doing really well. He's fighting really, really hard to get 93s. And I'd rather him have progressive struggle in school and really challenge himself than be easy. And I've learned that some kids really need a trigger. I also have another child who's dyslexic,
and so, and has ADD, and I also fight really hard for those services. Not that I think that that would be the right school for them, but because I believe that every child deserves the support and the environment to which they can learn. What I see every year at an IEP meeting is that we take away, and sometimes we take away too soon. And I think that every district and every school in this city is pulling things away too early for many kids to succeed. And most parents don't have the time or just don't even know how to fight. What the mayor has done is really brought great attention to the fact of why we are not educating our children. We're pulling too many things away too fast, too soon, and not giving enough of them the opportunity that they need and they deserve, and that their parents pay really hard for their taxes for.
Helen, you? Last call? Okay.
Hi, good evening, Senators. Good evening, everybody. My name is John Lane, a very angry father of a 5th grader. For those who share the same beliefs with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I just cannot understand how we can find any common grounds with Richard Gounardes. Richard Gounardes sees only skin colors and nothing else. This disgustingly contradicts every belief of Dr. King, as well as every idea of all civilized human beings. He claims to be a man of color. Yet the ugly truth is, Richard Gounardes is a man of color who discriminates against children with skin colors lighter than his. His logic is very simple and very evil. The lighter the color of your skin, the more serious your original sin. He's not promoting diversity, he's enhancing divisiveness. How in the world is he talking like this? Richard Gounardes' father has come to this country to attain his American dream. Yet, this ungrateful son, Richard Gounardes, is here to demolish the other's American dream. Richard Gounardes has spent $23 million of our tax dollars to tackle toxic whiteness in schools. Yet, the only toxic whiteness I can sense is from Bill de Blasio, who is toxic enough to hire this man as the head of DOE. Richard Gounardes has indeed been privileged by Bill de Blasio's toxic whiteness. He's so anti-education, yet he's made the head man of New York City's education. That's privilege, right? I believe. For the sake of New York, this devious couple must leave our city. In that case, they can focus more on the white supremacy dream and the fantasy campaign against white supremacy. Thank you.
Is there David who wanted to speak?
SAT test and put in its place principal recommendations, subject to school grades, school projects, etc. This is ridiculous and should never ever be permitted. An A in a failing school is the equivalent of a B in an academically harder school. A parent who donates money, time, or other material things to a particular middle school will undoubtedly receive favors, such as a principal's recommendation for their child to attend a specialized high school. These subject measures shouldn't even be discussed. Today's Black and Hispanic children can't score high enough on the Shazam test because they have been done a horrendous miscarriage of justice and been failed by past and present mayors, chancellors, politicians, by removing the special programs gifted and talented. All New Yorkers should be outraged at the feeble attempt at blaming the Shazam test as a scapegoat. I want to personally thank New York's newly elected public advocate, Mr. Giovanni Williams, a black man who, unlike the bill sponsors, Assemblyman Charles Barron, represents all New York City's children. It was pathetic to watch Barron chide Williams publicly by saying, and I quote, "The public advocate is not supporting a bill that's going to get us, meaning blacks, from 9% to 45%. Shame on you," Barron said to Williams. End of quote, to boos from the crowd. This is racism at its finest, and I call it out. However, Mr. Williams stood up tall to Barron and responded again, I quote, "Unlike yourself, Barron, I represent all New York's children. I am presenting something that I think that can provide access to everyone without pitting the Asian community against the black and Latino community. The city's push to scrape the Shazam test is like saying, your kids are too dumb to pass the Shazam test." End of quote. Mr. Williams could have echoed de Blasio's and Gounardes' racist proposed policy by taking the easy way out of just blaming the Shazam test. Instead, Mr. Williams decided to tell the truth. Keep the Shazam test unchanged as the sole merit-based criteria for entry into New York City specialized high schools. In closing, I would like to thank Senator Lou for publicly calling Gounardes out as racist. However, that's not enough. I implore Senator Lou and Senator Gounardes to call for Chancellor Gounardes' firing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Brandon O. So 8 years ago, I was a 6th grader in the SM gifted program here at Dyker High. I had 201. 2 years later, I took the SAT and went to the specialized high school called Oakland Technical High School. So why do you have to blame the SAT when it's not the problem? There are obvious other causes that are affecting the low enrollment of African American and Hispanic American specialized high school. Let us not lower our educational standard for our children in New York City. Do we expect little from our children? No, we want our children to excel our standards. One possible solution is to have gifted program in all middle schools, more specifically in African American and Hispanic American districts. Another solution is to increase the quality of education in high school. Townsend Harris is in a specialized high school, but education they are on par with specialized high school. If we carry out the proposal, we can expect that our children will do better than they can today. Keep the SAT, fix K to 8. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is the 5th forum that Senator Liu has held with other senators. During the first Shazam forum in Queens, 2 out of 54 speakers expressed a strong opinion of eliminating Shazam. One speaker focused on a different topic. 51 spoke to keep Shazam. On May 10th, the forum at Brooklyn Metro Tech, 13 out of 59 speakers were against Shazam, 7 were neutral, and 39 were for keeping Shazam. On May 18th, the forum at Lehman College in Bronx, no speaker out of 34 were against Shazam. In the Manhattan forum on May 23rd, 13 out of 53 speakers were against Shazam, 6 were neutral, and 34 speakers expressed their strong opinions of keeping Shazam. Tonight, a total of 42, I have to double check this number, a total of 42 speakers have spoken, 39 has expressed their strong opinion to keep Shazam. So altogether, across 5 forums, less than about 10% of speakers agree with the mayor's proposal. And so what I want to say is, this is a democratic country. We have been politely and patiently will make the fair decision and the wise decision of keeping CSAT. I'm a scientist. I see many dangers, but I cannot lay out in 2 minutes. CSAT is not the correct topic to talk about segregation because CSAT is by far the fairest way to the specialized high schools. So many measures have been manipulated to cover the failure, and let's not lower the bar further.
Thank you.
Okay, we heard from 43 speakers tonight. Thank you everyone who made your voices heard about this very important issue. Really, thank you all for coming out. And it's really important that we keep hearing from members of the community, no matter what your viewpoint is on this topic, whether it's the specialized schools or segregation in our school system at large. I want to thank Senator Jackson, who joined us here from Manhattan, as well as the chairman of the Committee on New York City Education, Senator John Liu. And as Senator Liu said in his opening remarks, the point of these forums, we've held 5 so far across the city, is to make sure that every voice is heard. And that's what I think we heard tonight. So thank you very much, Senator Liu. Senator Jackson.
Well, first, let me thank you and John Liu, my colleagues, for putting this together. And as I indicated to John Liu last week, that I will be out here to listen to the people that come out and speak on this very important subject. So let me thank you all for coming out to listen, to express yourself, and that's what I call democracy in action. I think that obviously what I heard tonight was that from the statistics that were indicated by the last speaker, many people spoke in favor of a specialized high school exam. But also they talked about improving the quality of education in our schools, K to 8. And not only K to 8, but improving them in high school. Because while you have specialized high schools right now, all of the high schools, in my opinion, need to be improved. And I spoke earlier today at a CSA, that's Council of Supervisors and Administrators, Retirees Luncheon. And I said that my fight for decades have been to make sure that our city, and now our entire state, provides the resources to make sure all of our children receive a great quality education. And you should know that the highest court in the state of New York agreed with us. And right now, there's a lawsuit pending. Michael Revelle, same attorney that filed the lawsuit in 1993, the state owes New York State children $4 billion right now. $4 billion. And how much belongs to New York City? Approximately $1.5 billion. Now I ask you to think about what more would your school need if you had an additional $1 million or $2 million? You may say, well, we need more guidance counselors, we need a social worker, we need, intervention specialists. So many things that we can use with more resources. And so that's what the fight has been overall, but now we're focusing on the success and diversity. And so I thank you for allowing me to come out here to listen to what you have to say, and I will be communicating with everyone on this very important subject. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for taking part in this community forum in Southern Brooklyn. We have had a number of these forums already, and I believe I know we are trying to finish at least one more, finish setting up at least one more in Staten Island. In fact, the Staten Island Community Forum was supposed to be last Friday, but there was a situation had to postpone it. Nonetheless, the idea of these community forums is to have everybody's voices heard. I'll keep saying it. I'm very proud to be a part of the New York State Senate and with my colleagues here, Senator Gounardes and Senator Jackson. We talk about this in Albany. We talk about it every single week. And I have to say, my fellow senators have been very deliberative and not reactive in their thinking about this issue. And so I know that we will continue to figure out, number one, if there is a problem, and if there in fact is a problem, what if any changes might be needed or might be able to be implemented. But the input that you provide today and all the community forums are critical. You have very strong stakes in the system, in our school system, not just with the specialized high schools, but with our entire public school system. And what we do here in New York is being watched by people from all around the country as well. So once again, I thank you for the respect, keeping to your time, making your ideas heard succinctly, and spending your Friday night with me. I look forward to more Friday night dates with you. Thank you.
One last thing, we have to be out of the building by 8:30, so please, if you want to linger and have conversations, just do it right outside the building so we can make sure that security and custodial staff can get out of here when it's supposed to. Thank you, everybody.